Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to your favorite wrestling podcast featuring three handsome gents, one of which is the Wrestling Encyclopedia from Parts Unknown, aka Johns Creek, Vincent Kennedy.
Yes, on the road. That's where I'm at. I am on the road, Johns Creek, actually. Heading back to the house, so, it's gonna be an interesting show because apparently I'm not allowed to go on tangents, so I don't know how I'm gonna answer after the show.
Well, we're going to find a way. We will find a way because, after all, we are on the way to Damascus. On the road is where I found Desmond. Welcome back to Wenz World, sir.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I really don't like that I wasn't there for the passing the belt.
It was quite a momentous occasion, and for those of you who worked at the Union restaurant located in Milton, fine establishment, by the way, highly recommended. No affiliation with the show, although we are completely open for endorsement deals. If you have money, we will gladly take it. That includes Mountain Dew, Sweetwater, whatever you like. We are down for your money. So anyway, all that aside, I am very excited because, ladies and gentlemen, not only did we watch King of the Ring, but now you are watching King of the Bling. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the new and improved Wenz World Prediction Champion. Probably until end of Clash of the Castle. So, with that said, King and Queen of the Ring. This is a very inclusive show. We are not quite woke, but we're kind of waking up a little bit. It's like that moment when you first wake or you're yawning, your legs are still stiff. But here we are. It was a pay-per-view that, quite honestly, I had no idea. Basically, who I think at least, 20% of the competitors were. Mooch and I discussed this at the belt handoff, and he just his jaw just dropped. He's like, Wenz, how did you beat us? How did you do it? And I'm going to tell you, when I release the tease video, I strategically haven't released it yet because I forgot, but also strategically because it's important that it comes out right before the airing of this show, because on that video, I will indulge you. I will let you know exactly how I won this beautiful belt right here. Oh, this looks good. This is beautiful. By the way, thank you. Thank you, Desmond, by the way. Props to Desmond for purchasing this fine belt here. I have no doubt that I will lose it eventually. But I haven't lost it yet, and I'm enjoying it. I've taken it everywhere I've gone. To the bathroom, into the shower. Well, you probably didn't want to know all that. But it dries off very well.
Sanitize and wax it, mother.
If by sanitizer, you mean like, Ivory. Not the wrestler, but the soap. We didn't do a prediction show, guys. We just sent in our picks as like, you know what? Let me play the odds here. May the odds forever be in the Wenz's favor. And they were. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. And here I am, King of the Bling after King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring. And I want to give you guys the floor, the opportunity to share those moments of disgust as you watch this thing unfold and had to hand the belt over to the Wenz at a B-level pay-per-view. The B-lister prevails, baby. Go ahead.
Yeah, I remember sitting there looking at the predictions, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, this motherfucker right here. This bullshit right there. God damn it. One match made the whole show, determined the whole factor, and I'll give you credit. It was one that I did not call.
Booch, just so everybody knows what he's referencing, was this the match where I wasn't sure who one of the competitors was?
I think so. You because on one match, and you beat me on one match. And well, it was a scenario where Nia Jax was wrestling Lana Valkyria, which, as the NXT person on this show, I am 100% familiar with Lana Valkyria. Y'all are kind of getting used to her. Deadman seems to like that. Wenz, you obviously can't remember her name yet. But ultimately, Jennifer was convinced that Lana was going to win the Queen of the Ring. You picked Nia Jax, as did I, because we felt Nia was going to get this. Now, Desmond had a valid reason for picking Lana Valkyria. This wasn't a March pick. This was a Nia doesn't win a lot of big matches pick. So I give him the reason why. Then, with Ion, it was during the women's title match, and I put fault on myself for not reading the dirt sheet clear enough, but I took Becky Lynch, you picked Mid Morgan, and Mid Morgan walked out with the championship, thus allowing you to win the division championship. So basically, once those matches took place, the belt was in your hands. Ben and I did the math, and Desmond went, you gotta be fucking shitting me.
I will never forget the moment that I got the text. It goes to figure, Wenz wins it on a BS B-level pay-per-view. And I couldn't help but laugh because he's right. He's 100% right. I mean, I got nothing to say other than it's better to be lucky than good, baby. So it is. And you know what? I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna soak every minute of it up because listen, we have a pay-per-view this weekend where I might have to meet up with you guys and hand this baby back, and I don't want to do that. We're just getting to know each other. So let's talk more about King and Queen of the Ring. We talked about the match, but by the way, thank you. Finally, Nia. It's about darn time. I'm just going to say it.
You're saying about damn time. All this does guarantees she's going to get a big loss at SummerSlam.
You might be right. I mean, but until then, here we are. Well, we have 2 months till then, right? Is it in August still or what? So we got time to see the build. We got time to see, what's going to happen. We got some big matches coming up in Glasgow this weekend. But before we get to Glasgow and Clash, any of the matches that you guys just really want to, talk about? Because let's be honest, I didn't watch a minute of it. I had to find out the results from getting that text message. So again, I'm finding out just as much as everybody else the results of the show right now.
This was a good pay-per-view. I will give it all the credit in the world. Match. I love the way that Nyla finished. Lyra Valkyria finished Lyra. That fucking Annihilator. The way that Lyra was trying to get her into a powerbomb and it just didn't work out. She sat down. That was beautiful. I love the finish, even though it lost me the belt. But yeah, it was all in all, Gunther winning. It was on par. I mean, it was one of his better matches. Knew it was going to happen. The only thing that I really, really want to talk about is I am not happy about the fact that once again we had a bunch of teases going up, but it seems like they're still pushing back the Wyatt 6 debut. I was looking forward to a Wyatt 6 debut. That was my number one reason for watching.
I will say I enjoyed the King of the Ring match was now the top one. Randy Orton and Gunther trying the goddamn out down. Obviously the finish pissed a lot of people off, but I know they're going to have a rematch at some point down the road. I like that Triple H acknowledged it, but I also like that the referee's decision stands because I think Gunther getting a world title shot is what needs to happen because if Randy and Cody are going to lock up, it should not be at SummerSlam. That's a match for WrestleMania. That needs to be a WrestleMania match, Cody versus Roman. So I don't want to, Randy. Roman faces the lock. My bad. So, but yeah, so I enjoyed that. Cody and Logan Paul. well, is it just me or does Brandon Wild just get better and better with every match? Like, this guy is proving himself time and time again to the point where it is insane how good he is at this point. Like, him and Cody having a great moment. He done almost tore Michael Cole's head off, and then I remember we said Corey Gray trying to get him to calm down. And I know Dad just talked about the fact that Corey Gray is now concussion free. Like, there's talks about him maybe getting in the ring part time, like Jerry Lawler used to.
Wow.
So now the problem is, even though Corey Gray's about SmackDown, but Michael Cole's on Raw, so if they were going to build that, they would have to have something where Michael Cole wouldn't be able to get involved. It would just be him and Corey because Michael Cole's on different plans and such. So good for that as well. But I also love that, at one point there was like a "What's my name?" or whatever, and then towards the end, Cody, counters the Brock up, locks him with the crossroads and goes, the crossroads 1, 2, 3. Stellar in the event. Just almost every back thing. Like, I'd say, other than the opening that, I enjoyed this pay-per-view event. That's pretty much what I'm saying. So, everything else for me was amazing. It was a great pay-per-view, and I look forward to Clash the Captain.
Yeah, and that's it, right? Here we are, just days from Clash. We got some big matches, guys, and for me, and I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like maybe at the very least, one title will transfer hands this weekend. So let's get through the matches. Let's talk about it. You'll discuss amongst yourselves and each other. You'll not be verklempt here in Wenz World. We're going to get through all the predictions of every single match for Clash. We'll just go for the gold first, right? Everybody wants to talk about this. I'm trying to decide which one I want to talk about.
Well, you said better, so that kind of narrows down your choice.
Well, first I wanted to talk about Drew and Damian, but then I thought maybe we can talk about Bayley and Piper Niven first. Should we talk about the fairer sex or the ugly sex first? What do you think?
We can talk about Bayley and Piper. I'll make this real clear right now. If ever there was a more predictable match, I don't know what it is. Bayley's walking out champion. That's end of story.
100%. I mean, zero build-up for Niven. I don't think she's won. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm usually wrong on the show, but not recently, but usually. She hasn't won a singles match in I don't know how long. So how do you have her, besides the fact that she's a local, in this match when there are more deserving women in that locker room, other than they're not from Scotland? I mean, is that the only reason, Desmond Booch, that she is in this squared circle this weekend?
100%.
It's a local thing. They're appealing to the fans in Scotland. That was why when they had the Elimination Chamber in Australia, I was sitting here going, how the hell is Indy Hartwell on the goddamn pre-show? But I'm not saying she needs to be number one contender, but that's why I was saying at least put her in the damn chamber to appeal. That's also why Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax gave it best to the show. Australian hometown hero. That's why Grayson Waller said that area attention, because it was Australia. So yeah, this is strictly for the local. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Again, we got Bayley and Janaga locking up in the summer camp. I'd rather Bayley this predicted match than find someone who's deserving and have them get that in a principal way. I'd rather someone who's legitimately able to beat Bayley get a shot after SummerSlam because it's Bayley was getting than to get out.
Yeah, I don't usually agree with you on having crappy thrown together championship matches, but in this case, I will completely agree with you. Because we know that Bayley is going to have a big match at SummerSlam. So, that being said, if Niven tears the house down with Bayley, this could push her for bigger and better things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we got to know the way this is going to unfold as Piper gets off to an early lead, hot and fast, and then Bayley finally gets the edge. Maybe it'll be a roll up, kind of a believable Piper belongs in this match, kind of cleanish.
So Chelsea Green will get involved to help Piper Niven. It's going to happen.
Oh, you want to talk about involvement? I will talk about this as a tease for later, guys. We're going to have a tiebreaker. And when we get to the Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre match, I have a definitive tiebreaker.
We all know Punk's getting involved. That's not a tiebreaker. We all agree on that.
That may not be it. You're jumping the gun. You're jumping the gun. All right, we're not there yet. But let's get to it, right? Let's talk about it. Drew McIntyre defending the heavyweight championship. Or no, I'm sorry. Let me start that over. Wait. Damian Priest defending. Don't try this at home. Damian Priest defending the Universal Championship against Drew McIntyre. In Scotland, another local guy. Now, wait. Let me go back. 2 years ago, Clash at the Castle, and we all thought for sure that Drew was going to win. And boy, were we wrong. Wrong with a capital R. So here we are. I know.
Looks like you're spelling.
But is this the same thing? Because here's the thing, and I'm gonna ask the question. I have my ideas, but I may change based on what you guys say loosely. I'm worried because I really don't know. This could go either way because we're seeing signs that the Judgment Day it's different. It's different. There's a shakeup. Things could change with that faction. And this might be the match at the perfect time in the perfect place to pull the trigger and let Drew win this match. I will not go first. You guys, feel free to, whoever wants to go first and make your predictions and your tiebreaker. Go first. Feel free.
Well, first I'd like to ask the question, when did Damian Priest win the Universal Championship?
I said heavyweight champion.
You said Universal.
I said heavyweight. Check the audio. Producers. Wait, did I say universal? Okay. Delete the audio. Delete it. Delete it all. Start over. Delete. Yes, that's old school. Bring it back. Okay.
So the World Heavyweight Championship, I'm going to say this. Like, I can see that, like something happening with the Judgment Day, but we know, again, this is about building up SummerSlam. We know it's going to be Drew and Punk, because Punk is on the verge of being recovered, and they're trying to save for the big money back. But Punk getting involved would help. So obviously, Damian Priest is going to retain. And then eventually he goes to that last title. If he doesn't lose it by SummerSlam, maybe Money in the Bank, I don't know. Maybe whoever wins Money in the Bank, cash down him like back karma. But I see Damian definitely winning because Punk's going to cheat Drew McIntyre, and that's going to go to SummerSlam in Cleveland.
Wait, did you say that Drew was going to lose it to Punk at SummerSlam?
Oh.
No, I said he's going to SummerSlam.
Okay, because if you said Drew's going to lose it to Punk at SummerSlam, that assumes that Drew's going to get it before SummerSlam. So that kind of changes the mindset here. So wait, your final prediction, you're doing this, Booch. You figure eight. Who you got? You got Drew or Damian? You got Damian. Okay. All right. I'm just being clear. Just to be clear, I did not write that song. Okay, go ahead.
You were very clear. He and Vinny both heard exactly what Vinny said. Damian Priest is winning this match. Drew McIntyre is not going to win. And it's all going to come down to CM Punk is going to get involved. Oh, shit.
You all right? You getting pulled over? Oh, this is good radio. Let's do it.
Pulled over. No, the idiots. Oh, no. I'm going to get over. No, there's a cop that's blind. I don't know what the emergency is.
Only in Wenz World. Live in Wenz World. Do not try this at home. Only on the road. This is the safest place to do a radio show.
I'll hit the floor. I'll hit the gas pedal, and I'll see how fast I'll look at the cop.
Okay, so, all right, so you guys have been very clear, 100% crystal clear, right?
Yeah. About
Drew McIntyre not winning this match. Is that correct?
not winning.
Yeah,
I, on the other hand, am putting it on the line, baby. I predict that Drew McIntyre will defeat Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship. Booch. And that's my prediction. We're going to get off to a rip-roaring start here. That the Roaring 20. Bringing back the Roaring 20s here in Wenz World. We're doing it. Flapper style, baby. So that's my prediction for that match. So, boy, oh boy, if you guys are wrong on that one, this could be a rough afternoon. So, there we go for that one. 1 for Drew, 2 for Priest. Boy, oh boy. Let's talk about the next one. This is another one that we all know who's going to win. But I kind of feel like maybe we can throw out a tiebreaker or two for this one. We all kind of thought, by the way, CM Punk was my tiebreaker on that other one. I got to make you wait. I can't just tell you everything.
You didn't tell me. I knew.
Of course you knew. Of course you knew. Everybody knows what's going to happen. Well, maybe because everybody knows it won't happen. Maybe it'll be somebody else, a new Bloodline member.
Right. Because everybody didn't know that Punk was coming back to Chicago.
It only makes sense for the Bloodline because the title is on Raw. Bloodline's on SmackDown.
None of that matters, bitch. I think we none of that matters anymore. None of that stuff matters. It should, but it doesn't. But here we are. I will never quit. I will never quit. I might get laid off, but I will never quit. And we see 2 gentlemen in an I Quit match. And honestly, who better to be in there with Cody Rhodes in an I Quit match than AJ Styles? I mean, go ahead, Des.
Before we get into this match, I got to pick on Michael Cole for a minute. On Monday Night Raw, when he was talking about, Michael Cole was talking about the matches that are going to happen at Clash of the Champion. He said it. We got AJ Styles and challenging Cody Rhodes in an I Quit match. And I kid you not, Michael Cole said, a match where you must incapacitate your opponent for the count of 10. No, Michael Cole, that is a last man standing match. What the fuck?
Nobody gets it right all the time. You know what I mean?
No, come on.
He says a lot. I mean, think about like play-by-play. Even like he's not color, so it's hard, man. You know, he's not bad. He is not bad. He's not my favorite of all time, but he's not bad.
I'm not saying he's bad, but that is a fuck up. And it's like, dude, saying I quit does not mean you quit the company. It means you quit the match. Drew.
There have been matches. There have been several I Quit matches where it's like I Quit SmackDown or I Quit WWF. There have been many of them.
Well, I remember the and that's the only one I can recall where he said I quit, but then he said I quit on Raw to quit, period. So like, the people have quit, but they didn't quit in the match.
Yeah. So just so we're clear, they're not quitting the company. They're basically, if they say I quit, they lose the match, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we all agree that Cody Rhodes is never, ever going to say I quit in this match, right?
Look at everything Cody's done the last year. The beatings he took from Brock Lesnar, the feud with the Judgment Day, the Wargate and Bloodline Rule. You're going to tell me that AJ Styles is going to make Cody... If Cody hasn't said I quit by now, it ain't going to happen.
Well, oh, thank you, producer. This is an interesting factoid. Maybe Michael Cole dropped an Easter egg. Maybe the winner will be determined not by somebody saying I quit, but by somebody not being able to continue. So,
but that doesn't match. There's actually been precedents for this. When John Cena knocked out, who was it?
Rusev.
Not John Cena.
Rusev
Had to wake him up because knocking him out does not end the match.
You had to put water on him to wake him up, and even then, he would just start yelling him Bulgarian, and that's when Lana finally had to get behind him, grab the mic, and go, he quit!
Wow. That is such a great callback. Oh my gosh. Rusev crushed him! I love that. Great stuff there. Lana, Florida girl, by the way. Not really from Russia.
I will say this. You're talking about obvious things like that. I'm just saying that at no point, I mean, I would have a hard time seeing either one of them say the words "I quit." But we've also had precedents on at least one occasion where audio of somebody saying "I quit" was run to play the referee. And Cody Rhodes has been saying "I quit" a lot in these last couple of weeks. So part of me wonders if they're not going to have a bit of a screw job here.
Oh my God! Please say it. Say it. Say it. Say AJ Styles is going to win this match.
No, my locked-in vote is Cody Rhodes. But you were talking about tiebreakers.
Mm-hmm.
If AJ Styles wins, Cody never actually says it. They use audio from previous event.
I like that tiebreaker. I really like that one, Des. Well thought out. Booch, can you be as creative as that? I mean, that's great.
That's what I want to follow. I got to think about this. Damn, I know Cody. I don't see Cody saying "I quit." I'm just trying to think about what AJ Styles would do. And a couple of them, I'm thinking like, unless somebody from the OC says it for him. Like I'll say maybe mention, not Dallas or Anderson, but maybe mention just see Styles getting beat up and grabs the mic like Lana did, says "I quit" on his behalf. Because I don't think Cody's doing any heeless tactics to get. I mean, Styles doing heeless tactics to get Cody to say "I quit," because Randy doesn't get involved in the ring. And plus, they did that already with Edge and Finn Balor, so they're not going to rehash that too early. So I think my tiebreaker will be Styles quit, but Michigan does it for.
All right, my tiebreaker will be the field. I'm just joking. I don't have a tiebreaker. I won't pull that. Because I mean,
you don't have to have a tiebreaker. If you're tied as a champion, you were saying.
That's true. That's true. Let me check the rules. They have not changed. This just in. Rules still intact. But let's get on to the
rule. Only counts to come down to me and Vinny.
That's true, and it might. This next match for the Intercontinental Championship, and there's a lot behind the scenes. Now, for those of you who might nerd it up every once in a while, like yours truly, I've done some research, and it appears as if there is some uncertainty as to the future of Chad Gable in WWE. Now, with that said, would strapping on that Intercontinental Championship belt keep him in WWE, or is the lure of money and a brighter stage in AEW going to lure the leader of the Alpha Academy away? After all, the Alpha Academy is pretty much gone, right? Otis just left this last week after getting in a fight with Gable on Monday Night Raw. This is tough, right? Because Sammy just won this belt. So deserving. But this might be a company move. Sammy's going to be there regardless, guys. Let's be honest. He's not going anywhere. This could be bigger than the match, if you know what I mean. So, with all of that said, what say you?
I'm going to say that, first of all, well, I do have to correct one thing. AEW is a lot of things. One thing it is not is a brighter stage.
Well, if you don't get any airtime on Raw or SmackDown, it sure as hell is the brighter stage.
AEW, don't get a lot. Most of those guys don't get a lot of airtime. Tony has more wrestling than he knows what to do with. But the point is that he'll get airtime for a couple of weeks and then he'll be gone. But my point is that there's a part of me that does see Chad Gable winning the championship. But here's why I don't think he's gonna. They have the Alpha Academy out of ringside. Chad has been belittling and berating these guys to the point where they are basically sick. This isn't time for these guys to walk out on Chad or cost him the match. It's this moment. So, if the Albert hadn't already left, or if these guys had already left and he had a whole new group with them, 100% Chad's winning. Now, because they're at ringside, and I feel that the pay-per-view, that's when they're going to have all they can stand and they can't stand no more. I think Sandy retains.
Love that Goonies reference.
Yeah, a big part of me has to agree with Vinny on this one. This is a tough one to call because Chad Gable has taken a lot of losses that he doesn't need to take over the last couple of years in general. He's proven that he can go in the ring and he's gotten so good on the mic, entertaining. And on a personal level, I would love to see Sami Zayn sticking up to the world title level. So I would love to see Chad Gable win this, but like Vinny said, the way things have been going, I kind of see the Alpha Academy causing him. Part of me wonders if they don't cost him by getting him disqualified.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe they do try to help it, but they get caught. But no, Sami Zayn's entertaining. I'm gonna lock it in as Sami Zayn wins this match.
Man, y'all, I really want to go out on a limb here and pick Chad Gable. Because if I do, that's two matches that are in stark opposition. You know what? Let's do it. The Wenz is living boldly in these final last days. I will go with Chad Gable. Not Clark Gable, just to be clear. No tiebreakers of Clark. I think he's dead. Is he not? Zombie Clark Gable will not get involved. Okay, he's dead. Okay, yeah. No, Chad Gable, not Clark Gable. Just to be no Gone with the Wind scenes here. It's inappropriate in one's world. Like I said, we're waking. No. So real quick, I am going for Chad Gable. You two are in the corner of Sami Zayn. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's
all right. So that's two matches that we disagree on. Clearly, somebody is going to win in a clear-cut fashion. Now, let's talk about the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. The vaunted, and what I mean is vaunted in a, like, they are so uniquely talented and paired. It's kind of an unfortunate situation. And I'll go into that later if you request. But Bianca and Jade are going against the unholy alliance of Alba, Isla, and Shayna. And of course, Zoe is always. Whatever. Again, I don't know who these people are, but wait, just a reminder, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what her name is. So here we are. This is tough, right? Because the Unholy Alliance is coming on strong. You're shaking your head. But the truth of the matter is, if you look at it objectively, apart from what we all really know, the Unholy Alliance should win this match. I mean, this is a
loss in a match against the other sides.
Yeah, sure. But that's a great thing to take right before pay-per-view. That's exactly what you want to do right before pay-per-view. You don't want to win, right? It's like winning the last game of the season. No, you want to get slapped the last game of the season. So you go into that playoff like, all right, let's go. So you'll have your chance. You'll have your chance. This is a tough one for some. For me, it's too soon. Bianca and Jade retain. It's obvious. Now, in the future, will the Unholy Alliance prevail? Possibly, but not right now. Not at this pay-per-view. Not at Clash of the Castle. Come on, y'all. Do better. As Keyshawn Johnson would say, come on, man. Do better. So, guys, do you disagree on this?
No. The Unholy Alliance are there for Scotland again. Let's be real here. I love them to death. Alba Fire is absolutely amazing. Island Ops cool. But they literally threw this tag team in there for that. And they are, like I said, they just took another loss against Shayna and Zoe Stark. And the only way that I see Shayna winning, Shayna and Zoe Stark winning, is if they did the Unholy Alliance, because Jade and Bianca are not fit as hell themselves. But I'm sticking with it. Jade and Bianca 100% are going to remain champion.
Yeah, I mean, Jade and Bianca, if they're going to lose, it's not going to be at Classic Castle. However, the battle in Triple Threat made me second guess it for a moment. Because if it's Triple Threat, they don't have to be involved in the decision to lose the belt. So if you're going to take it off of them, that would be an effective way. But they're just getting Jade and Bianca over. And like I said, Jade is not taking any area of any costume. And I can tell they really want to build her Bianca to be a badass tag team, which you're going to need for people to take these women's tag belts seriously, because very few people do. And I feel like this is the team to do it. And I feel like we need a stronger team to beat them when the time is right. And I live Alpha Fire, I was on, they ain't strong enough. And I like Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, not so much the team, but again, this is not the time. So, Shayna Baszler.
And there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, will we have a clear-cut winner after this weekend? Only time will tell, but until then, we will never leave you without a couple key catchphrases, plus one of which is, have a nice day.
Bang, bang.
Des loves New too.